Go into the comments and type "I just subscribed." Once a week, I'll be putting all you guys in a dedication shout out video. Peace and love. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador. Back with another Rikers Island story. Shout out to everybody who's been subscribing to my channel. Shout out to everyone who's been liking. Appreciate it all. I'm gonna talk about something that is very unique to me when it comes to Rikers Island stories, because I know for a fact the average dude doesn't normally live through this. And this is about how my baby mother also did time on Rikers Island. She did 6 months for a crime that she committed with like a couple of her friends right before she got pregnant by me. But it all came to a head when our child was a little around 6 months. She went in. I'm gonna let you guys know what it was like going to visit someone on the island, because she's the only person I ever went to visit on Rikers Island. And I'm gonna let you know that women probably have, not even probably, women definitely have way less support when they do time. And that's something that needs to change. I partly took part in her not having the support that she needed. So, my baby mother, she catches this charge. It's basically like an assault charge. It's an assault charge that she could have beat, but she copped out because, you know, she had a legal aid and they basically scared her. So she copped out instead of going to trial. This is a charge that she could have beat. Now, they told her that she had to do 6 months. Now, when it was about time for her to turn in and start her time, she was spending a lot of time in my house. And me personally, we was already starting to beef. You know, our child wasn't even, you know, a whole 1 year old yet. You know, this was the end of 2012, so this was the first year of our son's life. So she was basically trying to hide out because they went looking for her at her other place of residence that she used to live with, when she used to live with her aunt. She basically was trying to harbor herself in my house. Me feeling like she's very annoying, for one, and two, me having bitches and realizing that me harboring you as a fugitive is only gonna bring the heat to my mom's house, because that's who I was living with at the time. And not only that, you were already being a current cop block of all the other bitches that I'm trying to fuck with. I straight up told her, I'm like, hey, listen, you could go hide out and run from the police from your little bum ass 6 month bid, because me, I already did 2 or 3 years total. So I'm like, you could run from your little skid bid, but you can't do that in here. She was mad I made her turn herself in, but I figured, hey, turn yourself in, get the monkey off your back, do your little 6 months, come home, be a mother to your son. So she did that. Okay, so a couple weeks into her bid, I went to go visit her. Now, I personally realized the visiting process is very strenuous, very long, and very annoying. You basically have to get there 2 hours or 3 hours before the actual time of the visit. So I woke up real early in the morning, got a bunch of quarters because I knew I would need that. My mother told me that. And I basically took the train to Queens, you know. And it's funny because Rikers Island is kind of like in the Bronx and Queens at the same time. If you're from New York, you would know. But anyway, you take the train, you get off on Queens, and then you take like 2 buses to the entrance of Rikers Island. So once you go in there, you know, they doing their whole little metal detector stuff, and they making sure you're dressed properly and you ain't trying to smuggle nothing in. So then they let you in through that first section. Then you go into another section where it's another long line and they basically got to do the metal detector thing and the registrations and all that other stuff again. And you will see very, very long lines, majority women. When I went to see my baby mother that first time, I even noticed how two different women who were with the same dude, they ran into each other and they had a fight because they felt disrespected by the other one. Both of them thought that the other person wasn't dealing with the dude no more. They ended up having a fight and getting escorted off the island. They went home, so they wasted a whole trip. But yeah, so you get through the second part, and then basically you're in a waiting area. So mind you, I got my son with me. I got my little man with me. Stroller. So he with me, young, shitting all over the place. I had to stop at random times and clean his ass. It's just a real annoying situation. So I would suggest people try to stay out of jail so their loved ones don't have to go through this. Anybody who will visit you while you on Rikers Island really cares about you, because this is not like an easy thing to do. Like, it's not easy like breathing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, breathing is easy. Dealing with somebody and visiting somebody who is doing a bid on Rikers Island is not easy, and it's fucking annoying. So anyway, you get to the next part. Like I said, you in this third area. You're basically waiting for a bus to drive you to the building where you're gonna have your visit at. So while I'm waiting for that, like I said, I got my son with me. I noticed that this area, it don't have that many people, because, you know, everyone in this area, they go into Rosie's. That's the name of the building where the women who are stuck on Rikers Island is called Rosie's. There's not too many people. I mean, it was probably 3 to 5 people, including myself, that was going to see women. And these were all women, like assumed to be sisters or moms. That's how they looked, with children, some of them. And then it was just me, the only man, with my son. So I get to Rosie's, I wait for a little while, and then they call me to go to the visiting floor. You're sitting there first before the person you're visiting gets there. Okay, so I'm in there. This is the first time ever I seen an empty dance floor, an empty Rikers Island visiting floor. I immediately realized that women got it harder than men as far as moral support. It may be less dangerous, but women are vicious and they fight just as much as men. They're all women who cut, they're all women who stab, and on top of that, it's an even higher level that a woman may be taken advantage of sexually. I've heard stories about that, not personally from my baby mother, but from stories of people, you know, like Star Brim and other people like that. But I seen that I was literally the only man there, and there was only 2 to 5 other women there visiting their daughters, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, I see my baby mother come out, you know, she got her hair basically not done, it's braided up. I know her personally, so I'm like, I know she hate this, because she's a woman who like to have an upkeep, you know what I'm saying? Nails done, hair done, and at least have a nice outfit, as well as making sure that our son had a nice outfit on. Any problems that I ever had with her is not about maintaining my son. It was more about disciplining him in certain ways. But anyway, we have our visit. It was a little awkward, you know. She was real happy to see me and happy to see her son. I probably was the only person that visited her while I was there, unless it was some other nigga or something that I don't know about, because I only seen her twice. She was there for 6 months. I would have seen her more, but the bitch so sneaky. The bitch had a phone that I gave her before she went in, right? And after the first time I visited her, for some reason, something told me to look through that phone. I see a picture of this chick hugged up with some nigga that I already had words with her about. And this was a nigga who I literally told her, I'm like, hey, listen, you can fuck with boy if you want, but you can't fuck with me. So, I had to charge it to the game because, I never really treated her like a girlfriend. I always had other chicks on the side. So, it's only so much of that a women gonna deal with before they feel like, hey, I could do the same thing too, because, they always want to be down. But she happened to be locked up. I'm like, hey, bitch, you fucking with this? You got pictures of this nigga in a phone that I gave you? Mind you, I didn't buy the phone. But it was mine, and I got to upgrade to another phone, and I gave it to her. So from that point on, I went to see her one more time because I wanted her to see her son, and then I never went again because I felt some type of way about that. I didn't send her a dime, okay? It's one thing if you're going to deal with another nigga on the side, that's cool. But if you present yourself to be holier than thou and you're not, and then you get caught not being holier than thou, you have to deal with the consequences of that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I never sent her a dime after that. I came to see her one more time after I caught her because I wanted her to see her son, and then I did not go back, but I did come pick her up on the day she was released. The main reason why I didn't go back was, one, because I was getting triggered by being in Rikers Island and smelling that sin again, and me only being out from jail for 2 years and then me going right back to the island to visit somebody. It was a lot for me. And two, I personally did not want my son to see his mom like that numerous times. She felt the way about that. She never really got over that, but that was a situation. But the moral of it all is that, including me, we all need to support our women who are in our lives if we found that they were loyal and they were useful to us and they were loving and they're the mothers of our children. They all deserve more love, more time. It hurt me to see that I was the only man there when I know that there's a lot of women more loyal than my baby mother, women who take charges for dudes. And even if a dude gonna deal with another chick while your baby mother or your shorty is locked up, you could at least send bread. Send one kite a week. Visit her at least twice a month. Women need attention way more than men. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That was another Rikers Island story. Peace.